Welcome to the International Secret Laser Debates. Today marks the beginning of an extraordinary journey, one that will take us to the biggest laser dentistry event in the world, the ISLD World Congress Dubai 2026. Over the course of this series, we dive deep into the fascinating world of laser dentistry, not just the cutting-edge science, but also the hidden gems, game-changing insights, and untold stories from the global icons in the field. Expect revelations, expert debates, and exclusive previews as we pave the way to Dubai in November 2026. This is more than a podcast. This is a treasure hunt. The road to ISLD starts now. Are you ready? And today, we will start our journey by having two of the laser dentistry icons. The scientific chairman of the World Congress, Professor Dr. Dimitris Strakas and Professor Dr. Youssef sedky.
Yeah.
Hello, professors.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Dr. Youssef,
Yes.
you're my friend.
Yes.
This is the second time.
My pleasure.
Thank you so
One
much.
in English, one in Arabic.
Yes, but in English, it's very hard in English for me.
Yes, it's more difficult.
Okay, so we're gonna start. Can you please give us a hint about laser dentistry, and what is laser dentistry?
Well, yeah, laser dentistry is science. It's a cutting-edge technology, but at the end of the day, it has science behind it. It's a technology that we use in our dental field in different specialties for cavity preparations, for veneers debonding, for surgical procedures. But of course, for our patients, they always, when they hear about laser, they remember the James Bond movies and Star Wars, and they start thinking of a laser sword that's cutting everything in two halves. It's not like that. It's simply a technology that we use in our daily practice in our clinics to make our treatments much better, to get a better treatment outcome and a better patient experience with all our procedures.
Okay, Professor.
Thank you, first of all, for the invitation.
It's my pleasure.
And it's always my pleasure to be in Egypt, also with...
It's like your...
It's like my second home or family, you say.
So you came here
100 times.
seven
Yeah,
times?
You can't count.
Lots of times.
Uncountable,
Okay.
yes. And yes, laser dentistry. You see, in my opinion, it's a misunderstood subject. In many cases, people think that it is a future technology, but actually it's a very old technology. Okay. We are now 65 years after the birth of the laser.
65 years?
Yeah.
In 1960 was the first laser.
For me, I think it came from 10 years ago only?
No. Although in dentistry started around 90s. There were about 3 decades lost in that period. So 35 years of laser dentistry is already a good amount of time.
Yes, sure.
The infiltration amongst our colleagues is not that big, we have to be honest. And that is, as accurately Youssef said, because of the biophysics. In laser dentistry, there are no shortcuts. And you have always to stand on the biophysics and understand why you do it and in which mode and which type you are doing in every indication. So this is what we serve. It's a technology which is very beneficial to the patients and gives another, I would like to say, vision to the dentist. It opens his mind during classical dentistry, and it gives you, I would like to say, infinite possibilities in every kind of treatment.
So could we say we're changing it from, if you use the laser in dentistry, change it from a classical way to a modern way?
You can say that, yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
You can say that. Especially in the last years with the innovation in the technology, of course, the devices and the technology we're working with now is not the same like it was 35 years ago.
Yes, of course.
And the perception of dentists is now getting different. Yet, as Dimitris said, it's not well infiltrated with every dentist because it needs knowledge, it needs education, and this is what we are trying to do.
And the most important thing is the biophysics.
Yes. Yeah, it's not only the biophysics, it's the biophysics. This is the core, yes. But for the clinical applications, how to use it, which parameters, which kind of wavelength, and this is our mission.
Yes,
let's
of
say.
course. So that like nobody like just use the laser without understanding the biophysics behind it.
Sometimes you find dentists.
Yes,
you remember what Norbert used to say. They want a cookbook.
Yes.
They want something beside them. Okay, which parameter should I use here? What should I do?
Yes,
Blah,
they
blah,
don't. So they don't understand anything. They know that just like
Exactly.
pushing the button on the mode and let's go.
Button presses, yes.
The writer of Space Odyssey 2001, Arthur Clarke, once said that any new technology, when you don't understand it, is indistinguishable from magic. So many people believe that when you light and water can cut the hardest substance in the human body, like enamel, without touching it, as we classically do with our burrs and high-speed drills. In many, even colleagues of us, it is like magic. When you can do a soft tissue incision without having blood coming out, as when you use a scalpel, it looks like magic. But this is the technology that you can put in your everyday practice. Unfortunately, parameters is not the secret behind it. And the secret is always to stand by and learn the biophysics that stand behind this fascinating technology.
And here we will reveal the secrets.
All
right?
secrets. Yeah.
All secrets. Okay.
And remember, there's a very nice quote that I always love to tell to my colleagues and my friends and students. Technology is a very good servant, but a very dangerous master.
Yes, of course.
So
that's right. Okay, Professor Dimitris, can you tell us more about like the history behind ISLD?
Yes, I will be happy to.
Yes.
We are the far continuance of this bunch of colleagues, of pioneers, I would like to say, that in the late 80s, actually in 1987, they started discussing between them, professors from France, from Japan, from USA, that were starting with the early devices like Nd:YAG and some small erbiums that were coming slowly to the market. And they made a meeting, the first ISLD international meeting, which was held in 1988 in Tokyo, in Japan.
Good.
And actually, one of our honorary professors in ISLD is Professor Lynn Powell, and he is still living in USA, and he was present at that meeting. That first meeting is, we would like to say, innovative. Imagine now people that they first see the first devices, looking at some photos of leaflets of some companies, knowing very minimal things against the knowledge we have today, and making such international meetings. And this society grew up, and we can easily say that today, International Society for Laser Dentistry, ISLD, is the biggest international organization worldwide, uniting professionals, dentists who are using this technology in everyday practice.
Okay, great. Dr. Youssef. Okay. I know you're in love with laser dentistry, right? Yeah. So, how did it start? And when did you have the passion like towards laser dentistry?
Okay, that was not far ago, not like them. And I remember it was 2014.
Okay, so it's like
11 years.
It's far ago.
11
years,
yeah. I was an orthodontist doing my PhD, and I was appointed by my university, among other colleagues, as a delegation to make a cooperation with the Aachen Dental Laser Center, ALZ, to start laser fellowship in MIU. And we went to attend a congress, a wallet congress in Aachen in Germany. And you know, orthodontists, we're not very much into other stuff. And I wasn't really attending.
Orthodontists are very picky. I like this, I don't like this. And
we attend, we have our own interests.
Picky.
Laser was not among my interests at that time.
Okay.
And I was standing outside. My dear friend now is one of my very close friends, Leon Van Veesh. He's our business manager development manager in Aachen Dental Laser Center, saw me standing outside of the lecture hall, not attending anything, waiting for the meeting to sign for the cooperation. He allowed me to get in. And I still remember our late Professor Norbert Gutner was the chairman of the session, along with Dimitris. They were sitting together. Dimitris is always very serious, like this, yeah. And another colleague was presenting some cases, and I was, wow, okay, there are clinical cases, there are outcomes, and I started, okay, now I need to concentrate. What's happening here? There is a secret laser society.
Take off the orthodontist guy. And
there is a secret something happening here that I never knew about. And in our textbooks, I never read about laser, and I just used to skip it. And from there, I got hooked up. I loved it. I started pursuing my career in it, doing my mastership, my Masters of Science, and the lovely thing about it is the people.
No.
You meet people from everywhere, from every country in the world, from each continent, and you just share the passion with them, and you work.
Great. Professor, what about you?
Oh, I go a little bit more in the past than Youssef.
He's not older, that older.
I was at the verge of finalizing my education in Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. So it was my last semester. And I was visiting Congress in Thessaloniki in Greece, endodontic Congress. And there was a booth, first time appearance of a colleague of us. Later on, a friend of mine, he's not, he passed away a few months ago. And he was a distributor of a laser company. Imagine myself as almost a dentist before coming to my final degree, seeing a device, a technology that I've heard nothing, zero word during the years of the university. And he invited me in his cooperation with one of the leader universities that we worked for, me and Youssef, a lot with Professor Gutner, RWTH University in Aachen, where Professor Gutner was already with Mr. Leon van Vers through their institution, Aachen Dental Laser Center, giving seminars and workshops for dentists that wanted to work with a laser device. And I visited Aachen, and my meeting with our mentor and scientific father, you could say, Professor Gutner, was a life-changing, because even on these 4 or 5 days, I really got not simply interested, I got in love with the subject. And I was even young, it was at my 26, 27. Even my clinic, my clinic was not still open.
Okay.
And then 1.5 years later, after a long time, ALZ, Professor Gutner, then Mr. Van Vers called me, emailed me, that the Master of Science, an academic degree, was for the first time offered to dentists in the world. Okay. So officially academic degree, and I was in
a master's degree.
Yeah, Master of Science.
Okay.
So the MSc was tempting, and after a small debate with myself, I decided to move. And then the rest is history. I got in love with the subject. I deepened into the subject. And after so many years working with them, now the things came that I'm also one of the 2 scientific directors of Aachen Dental Laser Center. It was a long, interesting way, but we all keep moving, learning every day, and discussing, researching, trying to open new horizons in this very interesting but also misunderstood field.
Okay. That's the second time you say it's misunderstood.
Yes.
Yes.
I can tell it more times because we see that every day. Yes, in every Instagram reel, in every post of a colleague who wants to show something for marketing. It's a pity.
Yes.
When you don't when you don't have the basis on a proper certified education,
Yes.
unfortunately, and I will use one more phrase from our late Professor Gutnecht, he'll always love to say, don't make our profession a Mickey Mouse business.
That's a nice one. Okay, Dr. Youssef, could you please tell me your first impression for the first Congress you attended?
It was the Congress I was telling you about. I was not attending. I was standing outside. No, but the real World Congress, I attended different congresses, but
Okay.
the first ISLD.
No, I mean the ISLD, yes.
My first ISLD World Congress was in 2017,
Okay.
and I was invited as a speaker. By the way, Dimitris was the organizing chairman. It
Okay,
was
good.
held in Thessaloniki in Greece.
Hmm.
I went there as an invited speaker, keynote speaker, and imagine I was very happy, very proud, and it was an amazing experience. Not only scientifically, but socially. Scientifically, of course, you're meeting all these professors, all these papers you've been reading, all these publications you've been reading, you're seeing everybody's face, you're having these talks, you're having these debates, you're opening new horizons in your mind for clinical work in your clinic, for studies to do in the university, socializing with everyone. From the social part, when you see these big professors like Professor Gutnecht and other professors and board members of the ISD dancing in the get-together party or the gala dinner party, it was, and the food, of course, the Greek food was amazing.
Food in Greece is nice.
No, it was an amazing experience, and I really got jealous from this day, from this Congress, because I was seeing all these movements, all these things happening, and I said, I want to do something like that in Egypt. I want to do something like that in my country. And I was very proud with what Dimitris did, because I've never imagined to see a Congress with so many participants, exhibitors, all the halls are full with researchers, dentists, clinicians. It was an amazing experience.
Okay, great. Professor.
We started the Master of Science, coming back to what I said, in 2004. So my ending was in 2006, just 2 months before the World Congress of ISLD.
Before 2 months?
3 months before they start the
okay.
World Congress, which was held in Berlin. Okay. So Professor Gutnecht says, as soon as you finish you get your degree, you should present your findings of your master thesis in the first World Congress. Or I can tell you, it was really a nightmare for me to be presenting as a first timer in 2006 in Berlin amongst all these people, many of them still with us today as friends and Laser family. And it was really nice organized. And not only science, but also social events. And I was engaged also. And step by step, I never missed one, going later on to every 2 years. It's a biannual Congress, and already from 1998, so many cities have been visited for World Congresses, from Salt Lake, from Paris, Barcelona, even Aachen, and Plovdiv, of course, Porto recently, Cairo. By the way,
Porto, yeah?
Last one was
Porto?
In Porto, before it was in Cairo.
And from that point on, I followed. Hong Kong was really nice. And that also gave me one idea when we were setting the new form of the society and the new website, where together, alongside with Youssef, we built the virtual museum. So everybody can visit the virtual museum of the history of ISLD.
And could you please tell me more about this virtual museum?
If you visit isldlaser.com, in the section of our past events, of course you will see the upcoming event, but in the past events we have like a virtual museum. So I have gathered and I professionally photographed memorabilia from the days I started in 2006, a Congress program, maybe a participant or a speaker badge, some pins, some things, also what I found from the past. And we managed to have the only surviving museum of the ISLD, which is actually very nice. You see also some photos from Professor Gutner and Professor Lin Paul, other professors from that times, and it links us to that era. We should never think that everything we do today reflects what the first professors, the first
Pioneers.
scientists and pioneers was doing in 1988.
We're just keeping the legacy flowing,
Yes, of course.
and
That's right.
it's a mission.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
mission.
mission.
Yeah,
for
because
both of you.
what people like Professor Norbert did to us, helping us, being, as he said, our scientific father, uplifting us in the field of laser dentistry, it's our duty to him and to other generations to have this knowledge, have this legacy continuing forever. And,
Okay. So I'm gonna ask a question like we didn't prepare, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Shoot.
Like what's the future? Like what do you want to set laser dentistry in the world?
I can easily answer that, and
Yes.
I'm sure also Youssef.
Where do you want it to go? Like
This is what this is all about. This is where ISLD Dubai is going. We have set up some standard. I truly believe that we have surpassed some standards of the past in the congresses, but the future of ISLD and laser dentistry together is easy. To make laser dentistry evident and being infiltrated into the biggest dental population in the world. We are
okay.
talking about maybe with estimations, 10% of global dentists are using a laser. It's not a big number.
Okay.
If you see it as a population, maybe there are thousands or maybe millions, but we are talking about infiltration in a bigger percentage of the dentists.
Okay. Do you know
To
what?
have it as a chairside procedure.
Do you have like a number now? Percentage now?
I believe we are close to 10%.
Okay. Perfect. Dr. Youssef.
Yeah, like
I think you have like a different answer.
no, it's very close to what you said. Actually, I wish I would, but yeah, I would love to see every dentist having his
Laser.
a laser technology in his clinic. Not a debatable thing. This question, is it really useful to have it? We need to infiltrate it in the undergraduate programs, in
Yes.
the dental schools.
That's what I'm thinking about.
In
Yes.
order to reach what Dimitris was saying, it's not about having laser only as a continuing education and a postgraduate program.
To be in the curriculum.
It should be in the curriculum, and it's a must.
Yes, of course.
In our university, we're starting to do it right now. We have to have in each subject the application of laser
Yes.
dentistry, and well taught, well applied, not just some theoretical, dull, boring stuff.
Do you think that it can be like a subject alone, or it should be
No,
incorporated in each subject?
It's better to be incorporated in each subject,
Okay.
because then the student will hear it in the restorative dentistry, he will hear it in the protodontic, he will hear it in the surgery, he will hear it in the perio, in the ortho.
But it can be in its own subject, yeah?
Also,
Of
yes.
course, it can be its own subject, but at the end. But right now, we're talking in the undergraduate in comprehensive care. So if you're talking on a comprehensive care now, it should be infiltrated in everything.
I think it started like the implants, you know, in the past, implants was like, it didn't have like a separate subject, and now it started to have a separate,
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to add anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Do you want to add anything?
No, thank you so much.
Anadif.
And now we're going I'm going to talk about like Dubai 2026. How did ISLD set to Dubai?
Before we go there,
Okay.
can I make an
Yes,
addition?
of course. It's your call. It's not my call.
Yes. ISLD, we worked a lot in the past with Youssef, and he was mentioning Thessaloniki. From Thessaloniki on, there was a shift in how we visualize these world congresses, both in scientific and social event level. And we surpassed, as I said, certain standards in the past.
Okay.
And it became evident that not only laser dentistry is evolving every day, but also our congresses are evolving in a way, in a more modern way,
Okay.
which is more attractive to younger generations. And we worked a lot. He can tell you we were like 24/7 in phone calls, in messages, to work. It's a multi-level work. And during his presidency as a chairman of the 18th World Congress in Cairo, we are proud now to say, after 2.5 years, that in the history of ISLD, the ISLD Cairo World Congress was the most successful in participation. We reached 1,000 participants for a single laser congress. This number has never been before achieved by any of the previous organizations, and even in Thessaloniki, even in Aachen, even in the past. And I was proud for his work, for my friends here, for MIU, who was supporting every step of the way this achievement. And it is more, for me, sentimental, because we were missing our mentor in that event. It was planned by him and for him, Professor Gutnert. On the other side, an Egyptian-Greek collaboration, you could say, was coming also from the light years, because both our cultures in the ancient time are referring to the light god, who was also a medical doctor. So they were using the healing potentials of light. In Greece, in mythology, was the god Apollo, and here the Amun-Ra in the Egyptian history. So the healing of light, like we're using the laser light, is combining our two cultures.
Yes.
This is
It's very nice.
Whenever he mentions ISLD Cairo, because remember I was telling you I want to do something here in
Yes, I was there. It was spectacular.
in Cairo.
Yes.
And trust me, after Thessaloniki, I didn't stop calling him. How did you do it? What do we need to do? It was amazing teamwork. It was amazing environment. Everyone was with very positive vibes. It was
great. Dubai.
What about Dubai?
Not about Dubai chocolate, because this is the trend
to Dubai.
No. Why did you set the next Congress to be in Dubai?
First, you have to understand that as a board members in the ISLD, me and Dimitris is the general secretary. I'm a board member, executive board member. We do not decide. Okay. Our society is based on the General Assembly to our members. So everything goes to voting, from choosing the board members till choosing the place of the Congress. So first you have an official application for the Congress. We had Cairo. And after Cairo, we already had an application for Porto. And before Porto, we had application for 2026. And we got several applications. And it was
decided by the General Assembly.
Who are the members? They did voting and they chose Dubai. And remember, Dubai is very particular because this is the 20th World Congress. And 20 is, like we were talking today, it's a milestone. This is the 20th World Congress for the ISLD. So
20th? Yeah?
20th, yes. Okay. So we were very happy to have it there because Dubai, is a very well-known city, a very touristic. Everyone loves going there. You will have very nice atmosphere for scientific congresses, for social events. And most particularly, I will let Dimitris also say it, we were doing it in a cooperation with another organization, which is CAP.
Yes, CAP is a Center for Advanced Professional Practices. It's an educational company, a well-known company in the Emirates. Not only in the Emirates, they are also in Saudi Arabia,
Singapore,
and
in Egypt. Now they signed with Mr. International University.
And we work with them a lot, also with Aachen Dental Laser Center. And they're educating dentists in these areas in several aspects of dentistry. Not only lasers. We are talking about orthodontics, endodontics, periodontology, implantology, etc. And every year they have their annual event in Dubai, which is an event and which both of us have been invited several times. It's a dental event, it's a conference and an exhibition. We are talking about an event that is attracting more than 5,000 dental professionals annually. So you can get your lectures and you can get a big, nice exhibition, and it's a feast. Apart from the central stage of the CAP event, there are several satellite smaller congresses. You could say a pediatric dentistry congress, an orthodontic congress, a laser dentistry congress. We managed to achieve an agreement with CAP to be included in their main program in the November 2026 event. That will be also the 20th ISLD World Congress, a milestone event for us, and also the 40th Confex for them. It's somehow of a coincidence. We have two even numbers, 20 and 40.
Yes.
And we will not be the satellite event. We will be part of the main event. And I'm coming back to your question, what can you do in the future? For us, this Congress, we want to surpass ourselves from what we have done in Cairo, in Thessaloniki. We want to set new standards. Some secrets and ideas will be revealed later on, maybe also with you in your interviews, but we want to keep it somehow.
Yes, of course.
But let me use the three words we have as a logo. We want to redefine laser dentistry.
And this is our mission now. This is our job, to redefine laser dentistry. To reach our ultimate goal.
Okay. So in the next interviews, we're going to reveal more secrets, yes?
Yeah.
Because people want to know.
Yes. More secrets, more, I would like to say, special guests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Special guests and special
offers.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Special offers for people.
We will have also offers and giveaways.
We'll have giveaways. We'll have
but
gifts.
Not about only laser dentistry and the Congress, but also about the secrets of Dubai in the city in several levels, because we wanted to make a memorable and unforgettable event for everyone.
Okay, that's great news. And we'll see each other again, of course, for more interviews.
Looking forward.
Yes, of course. And Professor Dimitris, it was my pleasure to have this interview with you here in Egypt, Cairo. And I like Olympiacos. I love Olympiacos.
Olympiacos is.
I know you're a big fan for Al Ahly club, yeah?
Yeah, Al Ahly and Olympiacos. Yes.
Zamalek fans will not like you.
I know. Also Pyramids fan, maybe.
Pyramids fans,
they don't have fans.
But I don't know they have fans. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And hope to see you soon. Professor Dr. Youssef. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anything you want to add at the end of this interview?
At this point, normally, you would say goodbye.
Yes.
But what we would like to say, both of us,
the start.
That it's not a goodbye.
See you in Dubai.
See you in Dubai. Thank you so much, and see you in Dubai.